Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for registering and attending this national level online faculty development program on curriculum framework in line with NEP 2020, OBE and AI Advancements. This is organized by the Mar Thoma College for Women, Perumbavoor, in association with the Kerala State Higher Education Council, the KSHEC. We would like to welcome today's resource person, Dr. Shafiq V, Research Officer on Special Duty. And also, we would like to welcome all the participants who have joined in for this FTP. Now, about this FTP, this is the third day of our FTP, and this is actually a 7-day FTP program with live sessions from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We expect you to attend all these days. Now, fee for the LMS access and processing of certificate for this FTP is rupees 500. All the participants who are paid the processing fee will receive the LMS access, the video recordings for all the days, and the provision to download your FTP completion certificate. The procedure for receiving the certificate will be informed to you towards the end of the FTP. If any of you are yet to make the payment, please make the payment of rupees 500 to the account details that I will put in the chat shortly. If you are unable to attend any of the live sessions, they will be available in the LMS. We have shared the LMS details to email to those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp till yesterday. Those who have shared the payment proof in WhatsApp today will receive the LMS access later in the day or by tomorrow. If you have any trouble in attending the WebEx session online, you can also join the YouTube live session, the link of which I will put in the chat now. Okay, I've put that link in the chat. If you are not able to, or if you have any audio issues in WebEx, you can also try with the YouTube. Okay, my name is Sujin Jacob George. I'm working as Global Relations Manager with IPSR Solutions Limited, and I will be the event moderator. Now, for today's topic will be on new curriculum framework. This will be delivered by Dr. Shafiq V. He's the Research Officer on Special Duty for the Kerala State Higher Education Council Reforms Implementation Cell, Trivandrum. He teaches political science in MES College, Mampad, Autonomous. He also serves as BOS member at University of Calicut. He also served as the joint convener of Kerala State Higher Education Curriculum Committee. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. I hope my share. Yours. Do you have to reshare my slides?
Yeah, just click on share again.
And
you're audible, but your screen has not come up yet. Yeah, it's coming.
No?
Yeah, it's come. All right. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Is it moving?
Yes, it's moving as well.
Now, which is the slide you're seeing?
Context.
Okay.
People-centered knowledge. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. So if my slides are not moving, I will just ask in between. Okay.
All right, no problem. Yeah.
Good evening, friends. At the outset, let me thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to have an interaction with you on a very important topic that is related with the UG curriculum framework. I should apologize for two things. Number one, there's a heavy rain here in my hometown, so there might be some sort of issues, technical issues. So please pardon. Second, though I will be speaking from a national context, especially the context after the implementation of this national education policy, I will be also more focusing on Kerala context. Because, though we keep the national framework, or though we follow the national framework, the state of Kerala, like many other states did, have made some sort of arrangement, some sort of, changes in the way we operationalize our curriculum. As far as the state of Kerala is concerned, we have not yet started our 4-year undergraduate degree. But I'm sure that, many of you are coming from a system where already the 4-year degree is on. from maybe like if you are from Karnataka, I'm sure that some of you will be from Karnataka. The now I think it's your third year of the 4-year degree program. Many universities have started last year, or most of the universities have started from this year onwards. But as far as the state of Kerala is concerned, we have decided to implement it from next academic year. Am I audible, right?
You are audible, sir. You are
Okay,
audible.
fine. Okay.
Please proceed.
Okay. So we have decided to implement this from next academic year. That means we have taken at least 1 year preparatory time for implementing this 4-year undergraduate degree program, or largely to implement our 4-year, to implement this curriculum restructuring at the undergraduate level. Our government have thought very serious about this process. As all of us know that, being a state government, no state government or universities in the country would simply bypass the directions of national UGC or MHRD, even though we are a federal state, federal nation, federal country. But within the framework, each state have their own space to implement this spirit of this national higher education curriculum framework and national higher education credit framework according to their context. So what I'm trying to say is, what we are doing is like implementing, we are thinking at the national level or global level, but we are trying to implement according to the demand or according to the context of Kerala. So after the national education policy, after the central government's new national education policy that have come up in 2020, our state government have constituted 3 committees, 3 commissions, in fact, to study what should be the course of action for the state of Kerala in terms of curriculum, in terms of other academic matters like evaluation, exam reforms, legal reforms that is required for the to make our higher education system in a very nationally or internationally standard. So we have appointed 3 commissions, and 1 commission which was headed by Professor Shampi Meno. Most of you might be knowing him. He was the former Vice Chancellor of Ambedkar University, a very leading academic. And that was committee the convener of that committee was a professor, one professor from Chennai IIT, who recently received Padma Shri. That's Professor Pradeep, a very leading chemist, international renowned chemist of our time. So this particular committee, have studied very concretely regarding the issues facing by the higher education systems in Kerala, and they have proposed a very different model that has imbibed the national spirit for the state of Kerala. So as I told you, being a federal state, we cannot move away from the national curriculum framework, national credit framework, which were put forward by UGC. We are following it. But we are implementing it from our own perspective, like many other states could do. Some of the states were seriously thinking of bringing their own ideas, their own aspirations, their own visions through this curriculum. Some states have blindly implemented the UGC National Curriculum Framework and Credit Framework. So it depends upon the nature of the state government, nature of the universities and all. But regarding the state of Kerala, face some serious issues at our level. There are lots of shortcomings for our higher education system. We admit that. We have come up with a credit and semester system in 2009-2010 academic year, which was a very drastic change at that point. But despite after 10 to 12 years of this credit and semester system, we could not implement it in its correct letter and spirit. There were certain issues that were created due to some other pressures. So that's why, that's why the state government have decided that when we go for a further reform at the higher education level in the state, we have to implement it in its full spirit. And that requires sufficient time for the preparation. So that's why we have decided to implement it from next academic year. And I'm sure that from next academic year onwards, we will be having a completely new system from what we are practicing now, or from a system which is operational now. So that this is going to be very massive exercise. All our universities are on full swing. There are multiple level of activities happening at each universities. The universities have moved to redesign and restructure the syllabus. Teachers trainings are on. So we wanted to implement this as a novel system after making a consensus among every sections of academia. And that's why the government and the universities are having discussions and engagements with different segments, most importantly with teachers, students, academics, other academicians, industry representatives, social groups. So we are having this multiple sort of um, discussions on a particular understanding. For us, curriculum is not just a pedagogical document, it's a social document as well. We want the Kerala's curriculum to be served its social responsibilities within the state of Kerala. What is that social responsibility which we are expecting from this new curriculum? That is to play a key role in making the Kerala a people-centric knowledge society. We know that our central government itself has taken it as a caption, it as a motto to convert our nation to a nation based on knowledge economy. So knowledge economy is not a new term. Knowledge economy is operational across the globe, and we also wanted to move to that system, and we have taken it to another higher level where we wanted to create a society, a people-centric knowledge society, a society that is being led by the academics, that's led by the academia, where there shall be a close connection between our academic world and our society, our academic world and our industry. So all sort of issues that we are facing as a society, it could be political, it might be economic, it might be social, it might be cultural, it might be something related with the industry, job, whatever it is. So this gap has to be filled. And we expect that the state has to move to a different level where it shall be purely a people-centric knowledge society. And our all attempts are largely based on this particular motto. And especially this 4-year curriculum framework is precisely designed, taking or absorbing the national spirit to convert the state of Kerala as a people-centric knowledge society. So the larger purpose is not just to improve the academic world, to improve the teaching, learning, and evaluation patterns, to improve the employability skills of our learners. Of course, these points are very important. At the same time, being a social document along with a pedagogical document, we expect that the curriculum shall act as a catalyst to convert the state of Kerala into a people-centric knowledge society. I have changed my slide. Is it changed?
Yes, it's changed.
So what is the title, sir?
What is Kerala's 4-year degree?
Thank you. Okay, fine. So as I told you, when we implement this 4-year degree program, that means there's a significant change in teaching, learning, and evaluation pattern. The teaching, learning, and evaluation pattern that we were experienced, that we were, accustomed to, what we were teaching. I mean, I'm sure that most of us, the participants, are teachers. Our practice of teaching, learning, evaluation, which we are practicing now, will be completely changed. Will have to be completely changed when we move to this 4-year system. So the point what I'm trying to make is, whether it is Kerala or whether it is any other state, the point is the 4-year degree is not just an extension of 3-year degree. 4-year degree doesn't mean that we are adding one additional year to our present 3-year mode. No, it is not exactly that. When we are extending the duration of the whole programs, like in most of the universities in the West, what should be the focus? The focus shall be a comprehensive reforms, comprehensive and structural changes in the teaching, learning, and evaluation method. So that's very crucial. So the syllabus which you have to follow in the 4-year degree shall be different from what you are practicing now. The paper may be different. Like, for example, if it is a commerce teacher, he or she may be teaching the paper of income tax. If it is a political science class, then he or she may teach a paper on Indian Constitution. If it is a literature class, he or she may teach a literary theory paper. If it is a chemistry class, he or she may teach a organic chemistry paper. The title of the paper may be same. Maybe many of the contents will be maybe also be same. But the point that the way the learner learn and the way we assess, that is evaluation, has to be complete. I'm doing sessions on OBE. This 4-year degree pattern is designed precisely on outcome-based education model by the UGC. So when you move completely for an OBE model, what does it mean? It meant that, there shall be when we stipulate the outcome of each program, each course, then the teaching, learning, and evaluation method shall be reciprocal to what is the outcome that we have stipulated. I can say that at least in the state of Kerala, the present mode of teaching, learning, and evaluation doesn't assure that the stipulated outcome is either attained, or the present evaluation mode doesn't permit us to test whether the learner has attained that particular outcome stipulated by the course. So the first and foremost point which everyone has to keep in mind is that when we move to a 4-year degree program, it doesn't mean that we have simply extended one more year. Instead, there shall be an absolute change the way we teach, where the learner learn, and the evaluation. And here, the state of Kerala made a very interesting points. I mean, interesting patterns, which I think most of other states doesn't have introduced. See, the UGC is proposing, the National Education Policy proposed that in the next 10 years, within the next 10 years, every institution shall be an autonomous college. Right? They have said it. So when they said that, it shall be an autonomous college, at the same time, the UGC have a stipulated rule for the autonomous college as well. We know that many of the colleges which are in our rural background, where the students from the marginalized section study, many of the colleges that are being run by on a self-financing mode, wouldn't be in a condition in another 10 or 20 years to be converted as an autonomous college. So the state of Kerala at this point have introduced a concept that rather than giving an autonomy for an institution, autonomy shall be for the teacher and the department. Autonomy shall be for the instructor, like what we having in our university teaching departments. Because the university teaching departments, their teachers and that particular department have absolute autonomy over the curriculum and syllabus. But that is not the case with affiliated colleges, where most of us teach. So here we have made an interesting intervention in order to ensure that the quality and excellence in the affiliated colleges will be ensured, and our syllabus will be automatically updated every year. Because we know that, the knowledge is expanding in such a manner that, it's very fast. It's very, very fast. But not our curriculum and syllabus. Recently, when I have attended a conference, one of the representative of the industry was making a very interesting comment. So he was telling that if the architect of a pyramid just, he reborn today and wanted to rebuild or I wanted to build a pyramid in the present time, that engineer may not be able to use the tools which are being used by our present day engineers. If it is a physician who was living in some 2000 or 1000 years ago, came today to a hospital that, saying that I was a physician some 1000 years ago, will he or she be able to serve the purpose our present doctors serve? No, because, the instruments, the way the doctors use has been completely changed. But if a teacher who was teaching some 2000 years ago come today and wanted to teach it again, it's very simple for them. Come and he will start giving the lecture. Very few teachers bring innovations to the classroom. That's a fact. There might be many other reasons for it, but that's a fact that very few teachers bring innovations to the classrooms. So that has to be stopped. Every single teacher shall have an autonomy for designing the curriculum and syllabus, and that's why we have decided that 20% of the each paper that we teach, each paper, if it is a BCom course, there will be a course of entrepreneurship development, there will be a course of income tax, there will be a course of accountancy, whatever it is. In each paper, the instructor shall decide 20% of the content, and the evaluation of that particular part will be of internal. So what is the advantage? The teacher will be able to introduce innovative teaching learning practices in the classroom using that 20%. If the university have prepared a very dull syllabus, if the university have prepared a syllabus which is only filled with theory part, the teacher, the instructor can use this 20% cap to introduce innovations in his or her classrooms. Along with this, we also have given an autonomy to teachers to develop their own new courses and teaching with the permission of the university. If the university have developed a set of papers, which is like set of papers, like for example, in English, they will be setting lots of papers, like in first semester, let them teach American literature, grammar. In second semester, let them teach phonetics, like that, So at some points, there will not be any interesting papers, or there will not be papers that would be of the interest of students. Then what will happen? Then we have decided that, if the teachers wanted to teach an interesting paper, let them design new paper, and with the approval of the university, let them teach. So through these measures, what we are expecting is that, more importantly, the skill gap which is prevailing in our system shall have to be bridged. And we expect that by allowing the teachers to employ different innovative and creative teaching, learning, and evaluation tools within the classroom, according to the interest of the students, according to the context of the students. See, When a university, like especially in Kerala, a university means that it covers some 4 or 5 districts, and more than 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh students studying in under a one affiliated university. So what will happen? There will be some colleges which are on the urban settlement, some on the townships, some are on the very remote places, on hill areas like that. The capacity, the interest of learners shall not be same in a college which is on the urban settlement or in the remote settlement, mostly. But the present practice is that we teach them same syllabus, we make them same evaluation tools. So what the state of Kerala, within the framework of the UGC, have introduced that we have come up with certain innovative methods that would ensure that the teachers would get some sort of autonomy within the curriculum and syllabus, so that they could employ innovative teaching and learning evaluation patterns which would help them to bridge the skill gap. If it is a paper of industrial chemistry, the learner has to acquire certain industrial chemistry skills, aptitudes, and knowledge. So we believe that the present system would help the teacher, help the learner to equip with that particular knowledge, skill, and aptitude. That is precisely outcome. And there is another one major difference the state of Kerala have introduced. I don't know whether other states have introduced it. If such exercise is there, please raise your hand and you can uh, explain it here. The point is, UGC is speaking of 2 types of honors courses. One is honors degree, another one is honors with research. If a learner complete honors with research, he or she can move to doctoral degree or research without doing a post graduation. That is the advantage. The learner could save 1 year. But UGC come up with certain kind of restrictions for that, saying that that has to be done only in a research department. There shall be a research guide. The learner has to get 75% of the marks throughout the semesters, first 6 semesters. We are following it. So if in Kerala also, if a learner wanted to do a honors with research, he or she has to follow all these stipulations by the UGC. But on the other hand, we have given this opportunity to do internship and project in the last semester, in the semester, for all those interested students of 12 credits. And the project is of 12 credits. Instead of doing 3 theory papers, the interested students may do project in any industry or in any kind of institution or in any college. So this is one innovations which we have introduced to make ensure that, because we know that most of our institution doesn't have sufficient number of research guides or sufficient number of research departments. So there will be there will be one section of students having some sort of industrial experiences, which will be a less number. The majority of the other people doesn't have any kind of industrial experience or internship experience. That's why we have decided that uh, they won't be able to do a PhD soon after completing the honors, but it is a point that they get a honors degree internship, 4 year degree within our own limits. I have changed my slide. Is it changed? Hello?
Yeah, it's gone to academic credit.
Oh, okay, thank you. So in the new system, we need to be very well aware that rather than duration of the study, credits is going to be the most important thing. If the learner acquire a sufficient number of credits, he or she can get degree. Like UGC is saying that minimum 120 credits for getting a undergraduation degree. Again, regarding the exit, we have the state of Kerala have taken a very sharp deviation from the UGC model. UGC says that after 1 year they can exit with a certificate. After 2 years they can exit with a diploma. After 3 years they can exit with a degree. After 4 years they can exit with either honors or honors with research. But we have made some concrete points on that particular multiple exit. We understood that if there is an option for an exit soon after the first or second year, that option will be taken by those students who are from the marginal sections and especially and girls, because they will try to get a job using this certificate or diploma rather than going for a degree or honors degree. Then what will happen? We know that using a single cert or diploma, we will not be. What is this requesting annotate the share content means what? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Shafiq.
What is this? Abdul Razak is requesting to annotate the shared content. What does it mean?
No, that is okay. That
Can I give approval or decline?
you can approve it, no problem.
No. That's okay. Okay, then so what we have decided, so the point what I'm trying to make is that, see, if there would be an exit option, I mean, we are sure that nobody is going to get a concrete job using a certificate or diploma. So that's why we have decided that in state of Kerala there shall not be multiple exits. The learner can exit only after 3 years, after getting a degree of 120 credits. Oh, sorry, 133 credits. Or like after acquiring 177. So the UGC have said that there shall be minimum 120 and 160. So the states the universities can decide according to their demands, to what level they can make changes. See, I am trying to reshare.
Your slide is on academic credits. Change the
Yeah,
slide.
but I'm trying to after clicking this Abdul Razak, can you tell that Abdul Razak to stop that annotation? I think that has created an issue.
We don't see it in our screen, sir.
So I'm trying to change this credit share. So can I simply stop the sharing and reshare it? Right?
Yeah.
Fine. This is yes. So the point is, in the new system, I think we have the participants mainly. Most of the participants are teachers, right?
Yeah, we got faculty members.
So most of them are teachers, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So the point is like, when we teach, when we teach now onwards, especially in the 4-year curriculum, we have to teach according to the credit. Now we teach according to the credits. 1 credit means if it is a lab course, it's 30 hours, and if it is a other external course, it's like 45 hours. So if it is a theory class of 4 credits, then you need to teach only for 60 hours in a semester. Rest of the time, that is of like we have some 18 weeks. Out of 15 weeks will be used for teaching. 3 weeks shall be used for evaluation. So the evaluation is going to be a very important aspect in the entire 4-year curriculum program. It's very crucial. It's very important. You need to use innovative tools. We need to move away from the system where we are following this exam, assignment, seminar. No. Innovative tools, as per the requirement of the outcome, has to be used for assessment. It could be a viva, it could be a field trip, it could be an industrial visit, it could be like, watching a movie and writing a review. It might be group discussion, focus group discussion. So when we are moving to a 4-year degree program, what we are saying is that along with the change in the teaching and learning process, we need to have very innovative tools for our evaluation aspect also. So there shall be a credit bank. Maybe the teachers from other states will be very aware of this credit bank system where, already there are into that system, this academic bank of credit, ABC kind of thing. So it is for the information of those teachers who are not at being the part of this ABC system. It's like, it's like a bank, but not a bank like, our savings accounts, like, State Bank or other federal bank. It's like a treasury bank where we cannot, directly deposit the credits, but the credits has to be approved and transferred to our account. So there shall be an academic advisor or academic counselor in every department and institution who monitor this entire activity. And when a learner acquire 120 or like 133 credits, they will be getting a 3-year degree. And if they really wanted to move to 4-year without using this particular credit pattern, then they can go for the honors as well. One point what I'm trying to make is, now onwards, if a learner acquire 120 or 133 credits within 5 semesters, they get degree. They need not to go to the class for whole 6 semesters. If a learner acquire 160 or 177 credits in 7 semesters, or means like, in 3.5 years, they will be getting a honors degree. So the point what I'm trying to make is, the duration is not going to be an important thing. Instead of duration, it is the credit which is going to be the most crucial part of this whole curriculum. And the credit is properly defined by the UGC, and the state of Kerala, like other states, are following the UGC's structure, larger credit structure. There is a small exemption, difference only in the case of total credit, because UGC says that minimum 120, but we kept it 133 and 177 in order to ensure that sufficient number of core papers shall be transacted to the learner, because we have this first language, second language work. Now we are moving into the foundation course that is there. That's why, in order to ensure that if a learner has joined for a BSc chemistry honors, he or she must get sufficient knowledge, sufficient skill and aptitude in chemistry in this program. And that's why we kept our credit pattern to a little more higher level. So that's why we kept 133, but UGC says minimum 120. So the point is, the teachers, the role and the responsibility of the teachers is to restructure or reshape or redesign their classrooms as per the requirements of the credits and outcomes. So the credit and outcome shall be reciprocal. There shall be a match between the outcome and credit, because the teaching, learning and evaluation tools which you are going to employ in the classroom shall be as per the requirements of the credit. So I have already explained this thing. Okay, now comes the most important aspect of this 4-year degree program. See, when we move to UGC, when we move to this outcome-based education model, we were saying that now onwards we are moving to a learner-centric approach. Earlier, our curriculum, our syllabus, our teaching, learning, evaluation tools, everything were largely depend upon or rotate around teachers. Now, it is completely moving to learners. This is a completely a learner-centric approach, as simple as that. Very simple, to put it in a very simple manner, this is this 4-year curriculum system anywhere in the country, not just in Kerala, anywhere in the country, is a system that gives sufficient flexibility for students for synthesizing degree as per their choice. Now, if a student joins to a college for economics course, for example, then he or she has to study politics and history along with it. If a learner joins for chemistry, he or she has to study physics and maths with it, whether they like it or not. Now, that thing is going to be over. There shall be no more main, core, supplementary, complementary, no, nothing as such. Now onwards, the new pattern says that, it shall be of major and minor. So we are going to a new system. And that new system is basically on major and minor. What is a major? Major means if a learner acquire at least 50% of the total credits from a particular discipline, or say economics, or history, or chemistry, then they will be getting a major degree from that discipline. Economics major, chemistry major. What is minor degree? Minor degree is actually an additional degree which is going to get for those students who move to 4-year. And if they take 20% of the total credits from a particular discipline, like, for example, in the present system, a learner who joined for chemistry have to undergo courses of physics and maths along with it, compulsory, right? Or maybe that's a different. But now, if a learner has decided that, I will take 50% of the credit from chemistry, then chemistry major, and I will study only physics, not maths. And I take all my 9 papers or 20% of the credit from the physics, he or she will be getting an additional degree of physics minor. So they will be getting one major, one minor degree. The universities in Kerala are thinking of giving opportunities for those learners who did both major and minor for post-graduation. For example, if a learner did BSc chemistry major along with physics minor, so what we are thinking is that they can apply for post-graduation in both physics and chemistry. So that's what we are thinking now. I mean, it might be different in different states, and it might be different according to the universities as well. So the point is, if a learner has to get a major degree in 3 years, then he or she has to do at least 17 courses in that particular discipline. If it is an honors degree, then he or she has to take at least 22 courses or 25 courses. Instead of 3 courses, they can take a project. And this, I have told you 2 types of degrees. If a learner joined for a mathematics course, and he did mathematics with statistics or data science, so then there is an option for getting interdisciplinary degree. If a learner came to a college, joined for chemistry, but didn't take 50% of the credit from any of the disciplines, he studied little chemistry, physics, maths, bio, zoology, whatever it is, and acquire some 120 or 133 credits, they will be getting a multidisciplinary BSc degree. So the point what I'm trying to make is that, the learner is going to design their degree. The pathway which is being decided by the university now will be decided by the learner. That is the major change which is being proposed by this 4-year curriculum. So it's very clear how a learner joined for chemistry, if it is happening in this year. Now, if a learner joining for in the present system, if the learner join for the chemistry, has to learn physics and maths along with it. The pathway is fixed by the university. But tomorrow, in the new curriculum, he can do only chemistry, that is single major, chemistry and physics as a double major, chemistry as a major and physics as minor, or like a interdisciplinary with physics, chemistry, maths, zoology, something like that. So there should be opportunities in front of learner, and the academic advisor in the department and in the institution shall advise them in the correct pathway, because the learner may not be aware of all these pathways. So it shall be according to the interest of the learner. It shall be they can choose any of these things. So this is the one of the larger idea that is being converted by this program. This is the same across the country. So this is an example, which you can see, like, in the present mode, a learner which is doing for physics can study only mathematics and chemistry, but now they can move into 6 different models, which I have explained now. So this is, the pathway which is being, largely used in the present manner. I shall come to it in the last, it will be very clear once I get into the last further. And those teachers who are preparing syllabus as well, those who are the part of the University Board of Studies, this is going to be very serious. This is same across the country. This level of course is exactly that of being prepared, suggested by the UGC. Now onwards, our courses shall be of the 5 different levels in the 4-year degree program. The first level is prerequisite course, which we need not to develop because that's already the PTL platform. That is to, if it is a slow learner, if a learner doesn't have a particular knowledge on particular domain, in such cases, the teachers may suggest the learner to do a couple of courses as a prerequisite course to mean much for the teachers. But from 100 to 400 level, 500 level, those 4 levels are very crucial. Now onwards, the learner who joined for a major degree, if a learner has joined for a major degree of chemistry and a minor degree of physics, then they have to take certain minimum number of papers from all levels in this foundation, intermediate, higher level, advanced level. Now, we haven't kept any kind of level of courses. We simply, like, in the first semester, it is a very foundation level paper. It shouldn't be that much difficult level. But by the year, by the semesters, we simply increase the level of courses. The difficulty or the cognitive level of the courses. At times, sometimes it never happened. Most of the times, the learners were filled with the simple information which they sufficiently gets from the internet. Now, we cannot repeat that mistake anymore. The level of course is very important. Foundation courses means, that shall be of a foundation level, which provides some sort of foundation to that particular discipline. The learner must do it. So if it is a course like, organic chemistry, 102 organic chemistry means the learner and the teacher shall know that course is of a foundation level, which might be taught in the first semester or in the second semester. So that gives some sort of fundamental understandings on the premises where the whole knowledge pattern of this organic chemistry is being built up. Another course is intermediate level courses, which is again as per this understanding and application level courses. The third level is higher level courses. which goes into the nuances of each discipline, which we largely taught in the fifth semester, sixth semester. There were some very core papers, if we speak of this outcome-based education level, then largely those courses who are at the analyze level or evaluate level, such courses are there. Last year's advanced level course, which is very crucial. See, the Shambi Menon Commission, which was appointed by the government of Kerala, have identified, some sort of capstone courses that shall be of very higher order level learnings, which provide some crucial and very in-depth knowledge, in-depth skill of that particular discipline. There shall be some papers of that level which will make the learner sufficiently, prepared for higher level challenges in that particular discipline. If it is a history course, then there shall be some history advanced level courses which shall provide them very higher level order thinking of history. For example, I will give you an example. Archaeology, just take the case of archaeology, paper archaeology. If the course code is 110 archaeology, what does it mean? It's a foundation course where the teacher is providing them only certain fundamental levels of understanding on archaeology, basic tools, basic, the way the whole discipline has evolved, how it is being connected with different other disciplines, what sort of the interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary possibilities are there. The discussion will be largely on that. If the same course is at a higher level course, like 300 to 399, so if it is 310 archaeology, then that paper will be dealing with little more crucial aspects of that particular paper, like different sorts of archaeological experiments and different, what sort of the crucial matters that are being associated with this paper. If the same paper is at the advanced level, like 410 archaeology, then the learner has to be at the archaeological site. The learner must have certain level of experiential learning. The learner must know how the whole process of this archaeology and archaeological digging and other exercises that is being associated with the archaeology is happening. They shall have the capstone level understanding on archaeology. If it is a course of artificial intelligence, which is being taught at the foundation level, that is very fundamental level. But when it comes to the advanced level, then then the learner has to really use it. The point is experiential learning. So when we speak of the courses at the advanced level courses, it may not be simply lecture course. If it is an advanced level course, the instructor may have to use field work. There shall be projects. There shall be laboratory advanced laboratorical experiences. There shall be community engagements. So advanced level course, that's very crucial, because the point is that most of our learners, especially advanced learners, doesn't find any kind of challenge when they do their studies. Most of times, unfortunately we are mostly focusing on average students. So we are more concerned about the pass percentage. That's very important. But at the same time, the advanced level students who really wish to come for research, who really wish to move into the industry, who genuinely come to the 4-year, then the courses which are at the advanced level shall be of that cognitive position, that keep that cognitive level. In Kerala, what we have decided is that if a learner join for a particular degree program, must do 2 papers in foundation level, some 6 papers in intermediary level, 9 papers in advanced level, higher level, and 5 papers in advanced level. For example, if a learner has joined for chemistry, then they have to do at least 17 papers in 3 years in chemistry, or 22 papers plus a project in 4-year degree course. That 20, I mean, this slide, you can, it is very well communicated in this slide. They should do at least 2 papers at the foundation level in chemistry, 6 papers in the intermediate level in chemistry, 9 papers in higher level in chemistry, and 5 papers plus the project in the capstone level, advanced level in the chemistry. Then only they will be eligible to get a degree. At one level, we said that the learner has to get 120, minimum 120. In Kerala's case, it is 133. That's fine. But they are mandatorily, they have to study certain number of courses at every level. Why is it important? Because we need to ensure that different levels of cognitions, different levels of knowledge categories. I mean, like factual, conceptual, procedural, metacognitive. I mean, the learner must be aware of all these sort of knowledge categories in the discipline in which they do their major and minor. So if it is a minor course, they have to do at least 2 papers in lower level, 6 papers in intermediate level, 9 papers in higher level, and two papers in the advanced level. So what I'm trying to make is that the teachers have to prepare themselves to teach at each level. The level of the course precisely connected with the outcome of that particular paper. The teaching tool which you have to use in an advanced level must be different from that of intermediate level. The learner should feel the difference. The learner should feel the difference that, fine, this teacher, when she taught me optics in the second semester, is teaching it in a very different level when I get into the 8th semester or 7th semester. The learner should feel that. The theory, the American literature paper, or if it is a paper of poetry, which they taught in second semester, shall be of different nature when it is being taught in 7th or 6th or 7th semester. So the teachers need to plan their class as per the level of the course. So every teacher must have clear-cut understanding on the outcome, on the level of each paper. That shall be having a reciprocal, that shall have a connection. So this is like, so by and large, the Kerala and the UGC follow similar pattern. But when it comes to the level 300, level 400, we have increased the paper in order to get higher level understanding on each discipline. So this is simply a comparison between Kerala and UGC model. So now, it's almost 1 hour. Now let's have some sort of discussion, and I will move to my slides later. I just would like to know your comments, any queries. Please feel free to ask, or please feel free to make comments.
If you have any questions to Dr. If you have any questions to sir, you can actually, Dr. Shafiq, you can post them in the chat, and then Dr. Shafiq will pick it up.
How it works for management program? Okay, first. Management means, undergraduation or post-graduation? So, I mean, how does it means, which level of course, or I didn't understand, how does it means, what does it mean? Like major, minor, will the course be semester specific? Definitely the course will be semester specific. In NEP, there is a possibility to change the major in second. I want to mention it. In Kerala also, there is a provision to change the major in Kerala also, you can you can change the major. It's a large division from acceptable if. See, I mean, there is the UGC Okay. The UGC says that minimum 120 credits. They didn't keep it as mandatory 120 credits. So the minimum level. In the as far as the UGC is concerned, UGC largely speaks of the uh, minimum condition to ensure the quality. See, for the case like for the appointment, the UGC says that the minimum criteria is a net with 55% of the mark. But at the same time, a university has all right to keep PhD. Soon as the government can, increase the quality. So why we kept it as 133? It's very simple. See, I will come to it. In UGC's pattern, the foundation course covers only 24 credits. In our system, we have 39 credits for uh, 39 credits for um, a foundation course. So the point is like, when we offer, when we really wanted to, stick on to UGC, then what will happen is that, the content at the core level, like, if a student is doing chemistry, then the content in the chemistry will come down. That's why we kept it 133. And we think that, that's really justifiable. And as far as the case of the UG management program is concerned, let me begin with that point. UG management, one second. As far as the UG management, it is nothing but that, they can simply join the UG program. Now, the provision which you are going to get is that, you can make it as more interesting rather than the theory. Now the options are there to make more practicals or like, more skill oriented aspects for your UG program. See, it is not mandatory that every student have to take some other course as minor. No, it's not required. If a student really wanted to study only management, as which you have, that provision is there. The point what I'm trying to make is that the UGC have given uh, provisions for the learners if they wanted to move and all those things. So that's, I think. And will the courses be semester specific? Definitely the courses will be semester specific. There is no change for that. These courses which I have already mentioned regarding this level of courses, that courses shall be divided between different semesters. The board of studies have to do it. In NEP, there is a possibility in the major. How does it implemented? What is the process? Okay, fine. In Kerala, what we have decided is, see, I will explain it with a simple example. If a learner have joined University College of Kerala, I think University College of Kerala has more than University College Trivandrum has more than 15 undergraduate program. And for example, they join for chemistry. So how does it work? In the first semester, they will do a chemistry, physics, and maths as as the present mode. And there is an option for multidisciplinary courses. I will come to it. So in that multidisciplinary courses, they can choose English. For example, they choose English. So after first semester, they study chemistry. They have a foundation understanding on chemistry, physics, maths, and English literature. In the second semester, again they study chemistry. Instead of physics and maths, they may change to zoology and computer science. And an additional multidisciplinary course as commerce. So after 2 semesters, they will be having some sort of understanding or some sort of foundational level understanding on 8 different subjects: chemistry, physics, maths, English, commerce, zoology, computer science. And they can choose their major and minor only from this. So we have in Kerala, we have little bit, we have regulated it in order to avoid chaos, because a student join for English literature, doesn't study any chemistry, simply go and join for chemistry in this after second semester is not possible. So that's why, in order to ensure that they have an aptitude, they could manage that course. What we have decided is that they can choose their major and minor after 2 semesters only from the courses which they have done in the first 2 semesters. I hope I have answered the query of Dr. Maria Williams. I think it's clear, right? Maria Williams, I mean, it's a very crucial question. That's why I hope, I have communicated your. I have already replied to this large deviation from the total credits as per the UGC acceptable. See, and see, even now, just think of the Kerala. I can tell you, I'm not. I don't know where you're from, but see, just a case. Take the case of Kerala. Presently, we are giving 150 credits for the learners, but they are getting only 120 credits, right? In what is one credit? One credit means one theory paper, right? In science, there will be see little difference, but in largely social science, commerce, and humanities, one credit means one theory lecture, one theory paper, hour. And now, if it is a course of like, uh, in 1 week, we have 25 hours. That means 25 credits. In one semester, we are providing 25 credits. So what does it mean for a 6 semester? 150 credits. But we are giving them only 120 now. So even now, we are giving a class for 150, but they are only getting 120. That's a different thing. How can it be applied for UG arts? UG arts, it's very simple, right? See, the point is like, as far as the departments are concerned, as far as the teachers are concerned, our largely primary duty is two things. Number one, understand the level of courses, design it accordingly. And second, most important, use appropriate teaching, learning, and evaluation tools. So if it is of a fine arts course, you need not to use only theory or lecture part. You can now there will be flexibility for using different modes of teaching and learning tools. Is there any standard OB? See, there is no standard OB format. There are different, taxonomies which we use. Largely in India, we now use revised, Bloom's revised taxonomy, which we came in some 20 years ago. So generally, at least in Kerala and in many other states, these Bloom's revised taxonomy is being used. No, you cannot give foundation course with 4 credits. You can give only with 3 credits. 3 credits means 45 hours of theory, or like, it's like if it's a theory plus practical, then it might be go up to 60. You cannot offer foundation course with 4 credits. It's only of 3 credits. How is it works in the 1 and 2 language studies? I don't understand what you mean by this 1 and 2 language studies. Can you make it a little more clear? Yeah, I mean, already, this Maria Williams from Maria Williams to everyone that, to answer Dr. Rohini, there is a possibility for increasing this 10%. Of course, that possibility is there up to 10 percentage. Next is, can a student be given freedom to opt for Hindi from basket of major and Hindi from basket of minor subject? See, I don't think that the learner will take both Hindi as major and minor. They can take it, of course. Then it's not major and minor. We call it as a single major. Like all credits will be taken from only from Hindi. That possibility is there. A learner can take instead of like uh, doing some sort of like literature or economics or anything with Hindi, they can simply study Hindi. That option is there. That is called as single major. From where will we get the list of VSC? I will come to it. VSC and foundation, I will come to it. What is this first and second languages? Okay, first and second languages means, the press, will you meant, what do you mean? Like, about this general courses, common courses which we are being offered in first and second semester. Is that what this Fatima Fauzia meant? I don't understand. I'm speaking of major and minor. This first language and second language largely comes in foundation course. I am coming to that. Sir, then can we give major core program in semester 1 and 2 like financial? See, in the first, see, you can provide any papers in first and second semester. There is no problem. There comes the level of course. See, you have given an example of financial accounting or principle of management. The principle of management paper which is providing at foundation level will be totally different from the paper which the principle of management paper which you offer in third year. There comes the level of courses. This is the exact reply for the requirement of level of courses. So you can give it at any level, no issue. But the level, the cognitive level for that matter is different. And foundation, I will come to it. See, you can do it in 3 credit. I understand there are 2 types of foundation courses. I will come to it. It will be very clear once I move to the next slides. Can the self-finance students in the college take minor from aided stream? See, now the universities are thinking from that level. I mean, I think it is possible. Okay, maybe part 1, okay, I will come to it. Foundation that is related to. Okay. Now I think it's very clear. So all 1 year should be of 3 credit. No, all 1 year should not be three credits. See, now comes the, so some of the some of the answers to the queries have raised will be explained now. See, what's the program design? Now there shall be of 3 types of courses. One is foundation courses. Second is discipline specific pathway. Third is capstone courses. See, there are 2 types of foundation courses. One is general foundation courses. That is, general foundation course means language courses and some other courses. But there are discipline specific foundation courses that shall be of 4 credits. See, in the first semester, if a student join for chemistry, then they will be studying chemistry, physics and maths, right? That will be of 4 credits. But at the same time, they will study 3 foundation courses paper. One ability enhancement, one skill and one multidisciplinary, something of that sort. That will be of 3 credits. So in the first 2 semesters, there shall be papers of 4 credits and there shall be papers of 3 credits. Clear? I think it's clear, right? Some of them have asked that question. Yes, fine. But there's a difference when we move to this 4-year degree program. Now, some of you might be knowing that, in our commerce, we consider it as LRP pattern, language reduced pattern, right? Language reduced program. Some courses doesn't have, some courses have only languages only in the first semester, first 2 semesters. Some courses have languages in 4 semesters. But now onwards, there will not be such differences. All students join for any program shall mandatorily study 13 foundation level courses, general foundation courses of 3 credits. That is totally, that will go to 39 credits. That is mandatory for all learners. Another is discipline specific pathways. Discipline specific pathways is nothing but the papers which we offer in major and minor, that will be of 4 credits. So discipline specific pathway will begin from the first semester onwards. In the first semester, in the first semester, there will be major minor courses. I mean, though the learner will be deciding their major minor after 2 semesters, they will start their courses from the first semester onwards itself. The last one is capstone courses. I have already explained it, what is capstone courses, so I'm not going into the details. So what are the foundation courses? I told you. See, the foundation courses is to make up their mind to largely choose major and minor. and get a general overview of the various streams of specialization available for them in their entire degree program. So there are four types of foundation courses. One is ability enhancement courses. Here we are taking a very sharp deviation from UGC. UGC says that the learner has to study only 8 credit of language. That is 2 English paper and 2 modern Indian language paper. So modern Indian language doesn't cover French, Arabic and many other papers which we teach in Kerala. So what we have decided is that we have taken a deviation from that point and we have decided that there shall be 4 courses that will be offered by language teachers. That will be offered by the language teachers. So, but what shall be such courses? It shall be of like critical reading and academic writing skills, cultural and intellectual heritage in languages, communication skills, translation skills, communication in everyday life. Our universities have started to add practical for ability enhancement courses in order to get a better outcome. And for the learner, in these courses, we have added a practical element as well. So ability enhancement courses will be taught by or language teachers only. See, one problem, it's not a problem, but there is a large difference between the system which we follow in Kerala and rest of Kerala. Here, if a learner, any learner, in most of cases, have to study substantial language in first and second years. Like, at least 38 credits of total 120 shall be of language part. That is not the case in every other state. So 30 more than 30% of our teachers are language teachers. So we cannot follow UGC's uh, stipulation regarding the language teaching. If that is being followed, most of our language teachers will lose their job. So that's a very major issue, right? I mean, the UGC speaks of only for English and modern Indian language. So that's why we have decided that there are two aspects. One is that the learner should get an ample opportunity to study different languages. It's not just Indian languages like Arabic, French, Greek, Spanish, or any other language. Along with that, there shall be a binding on the government to protect the teachers. That's very important, right? Any reforms doesn't affect the job security, right? I mean, that shall not be uh, that shall not happen. So what we have decided is that we have increased the language part, so that shall be going off the 4 courses, that's of 12 credits, but the nature of the courses shall be different. The papers which were being taught by language teachers in the first 2 semesters or first 2 years will have to be different. They will be focused more on language rather than the literature. Literature will be covered mostly in the value added course or multidisciplinary course. Second is skill enhancement courses. This is of 3 courses which covers 9 credits. Here too, the language teachers have to offer papers in order to protect their workload. This is for teachers, for participants from Kerala. But other departments shall also offer skill courses from their discipline, big data analysis, digital marketing, business communication, creative writing, e-tourism, entrepreneurship aptitude, personal financial planning, health and nutrition, computational mathematics, visual communication and photography, yoga, library. I mean, there are n number of courses. I mean, these all are being connected with the skill. So the skill part is very important. In my first part of my lecture, I made it very clear that how much important is skill for our learners. The skill part is lacking. That's a fact. That's a fact that I mean, skill part is lacking. So in such a situation, the UGC have come up with this idea of skill enhancement courses for all learners, and we are also following it. In our case, the language teachers have to offer skill enhancement courses like communication skills, personal, at least skills, soft skills, and everything. That's very important. But along with that, other departments will also be serving a few courses that will help the learner to improve the skill in that particular discipline. So, mandatorily 3 courses. Here in Kerala, we also have made uh, we also have made an arrangement if a learner want to take one papers from national skilling agencies like NSQF, many agencies are there. In Kerala, we have ASAP, Additional Skill Acquisition Program. Even the learners can take one paper from there. That's also possible. Another one is value addition courses. See, this is objective is to supplement the curriculum with the knowledge required for 21st learner. We need, the objective of higher education institution is not just to create a set of, labor force for our industry. No, right? I mean, they should have certain level of social understanding. They shall be the part of our society. They should lead our society in different angles from different. There shall be many political leaders. There shall be many, public activists. Everyone will come from our campuses, right? So such skills, such knowledge shall also be imparted in our campuses. These courses are covered under value addition courses. So there we teach like environmental studies, Kerala model of development, Kerala studies, gender, constitutional values, science and society, culture and communication, digital education, human rights. I mean, these n number of courses can be taught as value addition courses. So in the case of Kerala, most of these courses will be taught by first language and second language teachers because their workload will have to be protected. But along with that, if the other departments can also offer like science and society, a physics department teacher can offer that paper. There is no issue for that. So that's one. A political science teacher can offer human rights. A computer science teacher can offer a paper of digital education for any learner. Any learner. See, if it is a human right course, a student who do physics, commerce, management, they can come and do human rights. They should know human rights, right? Environmental studies, sustainable development course. That's very crucial now. So the learner has to uh, have some sort of understanding on SDG goals. They should know our culture. They should know the different perspectives on gender. There are larger discourses happening on gender. They should know gender. If a learner is doing computer science, if a learner is doing history, if a learner is doing artificial intelligence course, whatever it is, data management, they should know the discourses that is being connected with the gender, our constitutional values. So such courses will be covered under value addition course. The last segment is of multidisciplinary course. This is like, to broaden the intellectual experience and form a liberal arts and science education. The courses shall be of introductory in nature. Every department will offer one multidisciplinary course. The purpose of multidisciplinary course is that simple. A student who joined for the chemistry can take a multidisciplinary course of economics or English. Why? They wanted to get some flavor of what is happening in economics, what is happening in English. So such courses shall tell the students how is economics connected with chemistry? How is economics connected with uh, commerce, management? So after attending that particular paper, a learner may decide that, okay, this is fine. I will do a minor economics along with my major management or commerce. This is the time when a learner decides that along with a physics major, I will study Malayalam as a minor paper, minor course, because I would really love to do it. A student who is very well passionate for movie, film, he or she may not be wanted to work in film industry, but due to some other forces, some other issues, he or she may end up in a chemistry or physics course. Then there opens an opportunity for that particular learner to understand what's happening in journalism, what's happening in literature. So this multidisciplinary course is precisely meant for getting an overall multidisciplinary approach for the learner. So like this, ability enhancement courses, skill enhancement courses, value addition courses, multidisciplinary courses, every learner who joins for any degree program must do these 13 courses at least, which shall be of foundation courses in nature in the course of their program. And regarding value addition course, we as UGC does, we also have decided that to make NCC, NSS, sports, etc. as a one course. So if a learner who do NSS, who join for NSS, need not to do 3 courses in value addition. They just they can do only 2 courses, and 3 credits will come from NSS. 3 credits will come from NCC. So we are also following it. So foundation course for that matter is very important. I am sure that some of the teachers who are teaching language, especially English and second language, have larger concern of losing their job once this 4-year degree will be implemented. See, we are not completely following this NEP UGC pattern. If that is being followed, there will be some threat for your system, because our Kerala system from the beginning is very different from the rest of the country. The language part is little high in our system, so obviously the teachers as well. So that's why, in order to protect the teachers workload, in order to provide at the same time, in order to provide a better foundation for the degree program, in order to provide good understanding on communications, in order to provide good communication skills, in order to provide a multidisciplinary perspective, we have decided that our foundation course will be designed in such a way that a holistic learner will be built through this foundation course. So this is regarding foundation course, and I mean, so if there are any kind of um, doubts, clarifications, or comments or suggestions, please ask before we move to the next level. As far as the state of Kerala is concerned, this number is fixed. Every learner has to do minimum 4 ability, minimum 3 skill, minimum 3 value added, minimum 3 MDC. That is fixed. It won't differ from each universities, in at least in Kerala. Are there any other queries, concerns, doubts regarding the foundation course? VOC, I mean, vocational courses, right? See, vocational courses doesn't come under this thing. We are working it on separate manner, because already uh, whatever things what I'm saying now is already the part of vocational course, right? So actually, we are imparting a vocational skill. So I forgot to mention that as well. Thank you for reminding me that every learner has to do a 2 credit vocational course as part of their degree program. If they wanted to get degree, at least 2. UGC also made it as mandatory 2 to 4. We kept it as 2. At least 2 credit vocational course has to be done by each and every learner. Some sort of vocational skill. It may be of communication skill. It may be of some sort of wiring, plumbing, or whatever it is. I mean, any kind of thing that should they have to do it. So yet we have decided that we will have a separate look at how shall we rework on VOC. But VOC is largely already the UGC have very clear cut, crystal clear manner on which how the VOC has to be operated. So I don't know to what extent we would be able to uh, make changes on VOC pattern. What about Indian knowledge system? See, Indian knowledge system courses will be largely covered under the um, value addition course. See, the culture, the gender, all these are part of Indian knowledge system, right? So that's why we keep our Indian knowledge system courses. See, like the paper on Kerala studies. Kerala studies will also be largely part of this Indian knowledge system. That's a knowledge system which is being associated with the Kerala. That will be largely covered under the VOC. B.Ed, it's totally different thing, which is uh, especially the present changes that are being proposed by the UGC and MHRD NCT regarding the B.Ed course. So B.Ed course has to be taken very in a different point. In health science, see, major minor is not being decided by teachers. It is decided by learner. It is according to the wish and interest of the learner that they choose major minor. So no, the question of health science course, will there be majors and minor at any point of time? That doesn't stand in that way. BSc list of courses and services scanned by Kerala Higher Education. See, now the universities will develop BSc list of courses. We will be providing them with some sort of model courses, but a larger number of courses has to be offered by have to be developed by the university itself. See, this mother tongue is very important, right? I mean, out of the 4 courses in the ability enhancement, I'm pretty damn sure that at least 1 or 2 courses who choose Malayalam. See, even now, Malayalam is not being chosen by every student. They have different options, right? They have options to study Hindi, French. I mean, there are different options, but some good number of students can take Malayalam. But that option will be there as part of this ability enhancement courses. If a learner wanted to study Malayalam as a mother tongue or as any even as a literature course, either that can be offered through a multidisciplinary course or as a VSc course. That option is still there. LMS is still not accessible. That will be provided by the organizers. Management program should also do 4 language with yes with 3 4 not 4 credit 3. I told you now onwards there shall not be no language reduced program. Every student who joined for management, who joined for chemistry, who joined for biotechnology, who joined for biochemistry, who joined for economics, who joined for English, whatever be the course, they have to do 13 courses of 3 credits, not 4 credits, 3 credits to that comes to 13. But at the same time, we have given an instruction to the Board of Studies of Languages that you cannot have a common pattern for every courses. If it is a management program and if you are teaching a communication course, then it shall be of business communication. If you are teaching an economics department, then it shall be an academic writing. If it is of a physics or chemistry department, then it's a scientific writing. The Board of Studies of language courses have to prepare maximum number of courses from different perspectives in order to ensure that the correct foundation will be provided for the see the interest of a BCom student or a management student who do a language course will be different to that of an economic student or a chemistry student. So this difference of interest of learner has to be addressed by the language teachers. Now language teachers are teaching same paper to every student, which shall not be happen anymore. Foundation courses are also choice based for students. To an extent, it shall be of choice based because the universities, that you colleges will be provided more. See, I will give you an example. Foundation course. If a college have 15 degrees, 15 degree programs, all 15 departments will offer multidisciplinary, but the learner can take only maximum 3, right? So there shall be a choice base for the students. If anyone wants to study about our different Shastra, how can one read it if doesn't know Sanskrit? See, see, there is an option for studying anything through online. UGC have kept that provision. We are also keeping that provision that a certain level of courses can be taught, so can be learned through online mode. In such cases, you can learn Sanskrit. In Kerala, every college, even in the present system, every college doesn't provide Sanskrit course, but there are certain Sanskrit colleges are there. There are certain courses that offer Sanskrit paper. Teach learner can learn Sanskrit from such departments. Even we are providing an option for online courses. The teachers can offer some of the papers offline or online, and the students can take from different colleges that thing. So that's how they can address it. If one talks about Indian knowledge system, yeah, Indian knowledge system, I mean, see, that purely depend upon how we perceive Indian knowledge system, right? I mean, India is a very big, diverse country which have very different set of knowledge, discourses, and systems. And I mean, the point is like we will be providing a large basket of courses for the learner, and where the learner can take. You see, even if a if even if an institution doesn't offer a course, maybe because of the unavailability of teachers or some such things, uh, such things. I mean, that is still possible. Can a language student learn like computer application subject as definitely they have to. That's the spirit of this multidisciplinary course. A English student can take a chemistry course or computer application course or economic course or a physics course as a multidisciplinary course. That the level of that course will be very foundation level, like the present foundation course. I mean, open course which we have. That shall be the spirit of the uh, this particular multidisciplinary paper. So that suggestion is there. The student have that provision for taking such courses. Yes, from next academic year onwards, we shall be moving completely to this model. If there are no more queries, can I move to the next slide? May I move to next slide? I mean, I hope that so far all your concerns, queries were addressed. Thank you. Now comes what's the in the 7th and 8th semester. Here too, Kerala took a very different manner. In many of the states, they have completely given it for research, completely given it for online courses. We have decided that in 7th semester, the learner has to take at least 5 or 6 capstone level courses, advanced level courses, which will be taught by the department. The level of the courses shall be of capstone level, PG level, higher level. In the 8th semester, the student need not to come to college. They can either do a project of 12 credits that or equivalent to 3 degree, or they can take 2 or 3 courses as online. We also have kept that online courses mandatory like UGC. So in the 8th semester, they need not to come to college. They takes and they can do like this. Either they can take all 5 papers as online. The department will offer, because in order to protect the workload of the teachers, there's every department. So in the new regulation, teaching doesn't mean that only on regular classes. It also meant that online, blended, LMS, everything will be provided. So that provision will be there. The teachers can use it. Some of the papers can be taught as online course as well. So this is the 7th semester. Can you see this pattern and this map? This gives a clear-cut understanding of the 4-year degree program of Kerala, which is by and large, I mean, the national pattern. But as I told you, at some points we have taken some sharp deviation as per the requirements of the state of Kerala. See, in a foundation level, the student will join at the foundation level, where the level of the courses shall be of 100 to 199. Then after 2 semesters, they will fix their major minor. Then they will have to take 92 credits of courses from there of level 200 to 300 level. Then they have to mandatorily do a 2 credit internship. Then they will be like moving to 4th year. If those who are interested, they can take to the 4th year. In 4th year, they can either do a project or take sufficient number of papers, and with 177 degree credits, they can move on. Is it clear? So this is the Kerala's 4-year pattern. From the level they move, join to the campus to the exit point. Sorry. See, this is the final. From now onwards, our mark sheet will be of this pattern. It shall be of self-explanatory, right? I mean, what sort of the skills, what sort of the knowledge, what sort of papers that they have covered, everything will be clear. See, now it's be like major, minor, multidisciplinary, skill enhancement, ability enhancement, value added, summer internship, research one. So minimum number of courses, if it is of 3 year, I will give you an example of chemistry. A student who is just doing a 3 year chemistry shall do at least 17 papers in chemistry, 6 papers in minor, maybe of physics and maths, 3 papers of multidisciplinary, maybe like, one English, one music, one fine arts. Skill means one communication skill, one business communication, or one drug, something related with a drug industry or something of that sort. In ability, they have studied 4 courses, like one translation course in Malayalam, one course of academic writing, one course of content writing in English, one course of Hindi or something of that sort. In 3 value-added course, they have to do like one gender, one NSS, and one Kerala model paper. They do a 2-credit internship at a ASAP skill park, then a project in some sort of this pharmaceutical industry. So this is how, I mean, this is how they have to, their mark sheet shall be of this manner. So the learner has to take paper instead of, it's not just about like doing some 44 or 47 papers. There shall be a clear cut, uh, subdivisions of each level. And all these are connected with outcome-based education. All these are connected with the level of courses. So this is final thing which I wanted to say to everyone, like, we have to consciously bring innovative and creative tools to our classrooms, which will ensure that, the skill that has to be transacted through each paper is being attained by the learner. Knowledge and skill gap has to be addressed. So that's why, instead of giving a simple monologue lecture, we need to move to interactive classrooms. We need to move to tutorial sessions. We have to give them seminars, lectures, everything. So the point is the knowledge constructed and skills acquired shall be truly reciprocal. The chemistry department shall ensure that a learner who completes a 4-year honors degree in chemistry must have at least certain level of knowledge, skill, and aptitude in that discipline. That has to be ensured. A student who complete a BCom course after doing 1 or 2 income tax paper should know how to file returns. A student who complete a communication for functional English course should know how to communicate properly in English. A student who complete a course in political science after 4 years, he or she must have a capacity to analyze or evaluate the Indian political process, Indian political system, should have a capacity to address or evaluate a public policy, have some sort of understanding on how the international organizations work, the basic skills that they have to acquire, that may be of communication skill, debate skill, writing skill, academic writing skill, everything, that has to be transacted through papers that we teach. They need not to go to some other courses after completing their degree program to get all those things. So that's why, is going to make, in the regulations, we have ensured that with the direct provided options and autonomy for teachers for field-based papers. This kind of, as in order to address shortcomings, we are providing them every possible opportunities, and that will be there in the regulation. That's what, as part of the government side, I can assure you. And evaluation again is going to be very crucial. The exam system is going to be completely changed. We need not to have this. We don't want anymore. We don't want these 3-hour long boring exams. Exams shall be as per the credits. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 1, 2 hours credits. We need to, if at all it is possible, online exams shall be there. Open books exams shall be there. You of course you can have 100% practical papers. If if it is really required that you need to ensure that the certain skills can only be transacted through 100% practical paper, you can develop new papers and teach. That flexibility is there. Thank you. So this is my contact number. Kind of doubts, please either you can send me a audio message in WhatsApp, I can send you, or you can send a mail to this our official mail ID. I can reply to that as well. So that's it. We have some 10 more minutes which we can use for discussions or your queries or suggestions. The participants from other states can open up their experience. Those states who already are experienced in this 4-year undergraduate curriculum can share their experience. Now the floor is purely open. Of course, submission paper is also allowed. I need to ask. Sir, in a semester 8, can a student take up only project, or is it mandatory to give 2 cases? Along with project, it is mandatory that they should take 2 online papers minimum, which is largely connected with their major discipline or project. If a student is doing a project and state planning board, then and it could be an economic student or commerce student, then they have to take at least 2 papers largely associated with the economy in an advanced level. I have told you a skill-oriented management program that is allowed. Submission papers are allowed. Yeah, you need to get an approval from the Board of Studies because the certificate is being provided by university. But don't worry, we have given a strong instruction to the universities and university Board of Studies. Friday, we will be having a sessions with Board of Studies members of Calicut University, and we will be having sessions with every university's Board of Studies members, and we are giving them a clear instruction that you should have a proactive uh, approach to the papers that are being developed by the teachers and submitting it to you. They will be having a very positive approach. That has to be approved by the Board of Studies because the certificate is being provided by university, and university should know what sort of things are happening, right? I mean, otherwise, how could they provide a certificate? So that's merely technical, but don't hesitate to prepare good papers and submit to university. I'm sure that they will have a positive approach to it. Don't worry about that. You can also write your comments on the session, your feedback on the session. There is not much difference between OBE and LOCF. LOCF is largely based on OBE. I understand, if my understanding is correct, learning outcome curriculum framework is based on OBE. So there is no big difference between OBE and LOCF. What's the proportion of internal and external? Sorry, I so forgot to tell you. It's 60-40. 60% external and 40% internal. But please remind that by internal, it doesn't mean that the questions that are being prepared by you. By internal, we meant that it is continuous assessment. You should employ it as a continuous assessment tool, not just like exam, something of that sort. If a student does joins history honors in first year and they opt for political science and IMD, then in third year can the student no, in third year they cannot move to shift. The shift is only allowed after 2 semesters. In the beginning of third semester. Once they fix their major minor, they cannot move. Sorry, Ranjit, here too it's heavy rain. Will there be number run that course? But the learner, can take that course or like, put an option that if a learner want to take, if a learner is very particular that in the years and semester to take that paper, because the level of the paper is important rather than, the semester is being offered by it. See, what is the utility of taking art? Will it helpful for job eligibility? See, I don't know whether it is helpful for job eligibility, and we are not forcing any student to take arts with science. If a learner, if a science student takes music with physics or literature with English, it's literature with chemistry. It's absolutely their choice. We don't have any. I mean, as an academic advisor, you could tell them the different option, and if they really wanted to do it, let them do it. So we are not. Department is not going to force anyone, or institution is not going to force anyone that you should take this really wanted. That option is there. Could you please elaborate the continuous assessment? What process will be more effective, please? Okay, fine. I teach political science. Okay, I can give you an example of that. So in a paper of we have a paper on this Indian political process where we explain largely on how parliament, state assemblies, and everything works, and different theories associated with it. In such a paper, in a paper of Indian political process, I can give you an example from political science. I don't know your discipline, and I will not be able to give an example from each discipline as well. In that each discipline as well. In that particular paper, how can I do a continuous assessment? I can take my students to a state assembly for one day. They will sit there, they will listen to the deliberations happening in the state assembly. After that, I will ask them to prepare a report on it. I will ask them to present it in the department, in the classroom. And there will be a mock assembly in my classroom. The students can, I mean, there will be the mock parliament, already we have that system of mock parliament. I can have a mock state assembly in my classroom. I can make them interact or as we teach it in the political science to an extent. And even I can ask them questions. And considering all these facts, I can provide them a certain level of credits. This is the process of giving a student a mark just simply looking at the project report. No, I will consider it as a process. They go to assembly, come back. There shall be a model state assembly in my classroom. There will be in my classroom. There will be question answer sessions between different students. I will see that how they respond to it. I will ask them questions. There will be questions on that. So this happens. I mean, at different phases of a semester, right? I mean, all these things will be not be happening one day to, I mean, one after the next day. So this is what I meant by continuous assessment. If in one semester, 6 papers are allowed in the first 2 years, and then it comes down to 5 papers. Generally, the foundation courses will be completed in 3 semesters. At times, in order to adjust the workload of teachers from other things, then sometimes it might go to 4th semester. At times, at least 1 or 2 papers. I'm not sure. That will be fixed by the university. Pramod Pandey sir, physics, I don't know. I mean, again, like, taking the students to some industry, or like, asking them to prepare some sort of experimental stuff within the classroom. If it is related with a programming paper, something of that sort. The point is that, you are simply not giving them a mark based on a report which they are preparing. Instead, you will be like, assessing the whole process which take them to prepare that report. That is continuous assessment. Can you mention any such activity for computer science students? It's simply, it's like preparing okay, Jose. Like, that task will spread upon 3-4 months. In between, you will ask them to present a couple of times. The working progress may be present before the students. You get final output, the report that they prepare, everything. I mean, that's the way you have to consider it. Instead of simply asking them to develop a software, and after seeing that software, you just giving the mark. That's the practice what we follow now. Instead of that, simply ask them to prepare. Ask them to present their working progress 1 or 2 or 3 times, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes presentations, so you can check their ideas. Everything has to be considered right before that's. So I think it's time up, but still I can take questions or queries or.
I think you have taken almost all the questions, sir. Uh, Now we will move on to the vote of thanks. The vote of thanks will be delivered by Mrs. Roshan T. Roy. Mrs. Roshan T. Roy is the Assistant Professor, Department of English for the College of Mar Thoma College for Women, Perumbavoor. Over to you, ma'am.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I guess there's rain happening outside, so
Yes, you are.
yeah, maybe my video will get off without me knowing right now. And I feel extremely privileged to have Dr. Shafiq B, Research Officer on Special Duty in Kerala State Higher Education Reforms Implementation Cell with us today. And after listening to this whole session for 2 hours, I would say that he was the right person to have led the session on the curriculum framework, the new curriculum framework that we are having in our state. Being directly involved in the processes from all the different processes, he was the right person to clarify our doubts, and I appreciate the way he was taking all these questions seriously and was providing answers with as much clarity that could be there. And I think the universities will be taking it in the right spirit and providing us with a detailed instructions in the coming days. And on behalf of Mar Thoma College for Women, Perumbavoor, and everyone who is participating in this program, we feel grateful to you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.
And I thank you for your time and knowledge that you have shared with us.
Thanks.
This session was moderated by Mr. Sijin George from IPSR. Thank you for your time and having moderated it in a very beautiful way. And
Thank you, Sijin.
yeah,
Thank you very much.
I also thank all for having spent your valuable time in this FDP. And I hope all of you have had a very beautiful time in here, and it will be beneficial to you in your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good
Thank you very
night.
much,
Good
Mr.
night.
Roshan. Thank you for that vote of thanks. Please note, everybody, tomorrow we will not be having a session. The next session will be on Monday at 7 p.m. Please join in for that session. The session will be taken by Dr. Suresh Nambudri. It will be on topics related to ChatGPT and all. So please, the next session is on Monday. We will see you on Monday at 7 p.m. sharp. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for taking your time and attending this to our session. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Shafiq, sir, for giving a very wonderful session, a very informative session on the new infrastructure, new curriculum, on new curriculum framework. Thank you very much for this, and we will conclude for today and see you all on Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you, everybody.